lovely viewers and YouTube family. How are we? How are you doing? I'm rocking. I know you are kicking and boxing. All right, it's great to be back, and we are continuing our Ramadan health series. Today we'll be tackling another important aspect. We've reached a stage just about entering the last 10 days of the Ramadan fast. Okay. We said the Ramadan consists of so many aspects. All right, we mostly hammer or jam the fasting bit. All right, so there are other aspects as well, and all of these could have health implications as well, positively, and also they could also be negatively if not done properly. Okay, all right, so we are pushing the last 10 nights of Ramadan. This period is a period that is seen as a very precious time for the Muslims, all right? Because the Muslims are looking up for a particular night, which is a very blessed night, all right? A night that is equivalent is more than a thousand months, okay, in worship and devotion, okay? All right, so Muslims normally spend much more hours in the night worshiping during this period, okay? Right, so they worship much more in the nights, seeking this particular night that on which the Quran was revealed, all right, or was sent down. So it's a very important period that Muslims seek for that night during this last 10 nights, all right. So how could that have an implication on our health, all right? So that's what we'll be discussing. So if you are new to our channel, please do well to subscribe, like our videos, and share so that you and always click on the bell button so that you can always get a notification once we release our interesting videos, all right? And keep your comments coming. Let us know what you want to know about your health. Are you having some challenges with regards to fasting and your health? Are you having any health concern whatsoever? And we'll do our possible best to tackle it as well for you, all right? So let's go. So the last 10 nights, okay? So if calculations are similar, hopefully by tomorrow, most Muslims should start seeking for this last for the Laylatul Qadr, the night of decree. All right, in the last 10 nights of Ramadan. So what happens? All right, the Muslim now stands an extensive hours in the nights worshiping Allah. Okay, worshiping Allah in terms of reading of the Holy Quran, standing the nights in prayer, doing what we call askar. Okay, praises upon the Almighty, seeking forgiveness and all of that. Okay, so a whole lot goes into it. So if it comes to the prayer aspect, okay, now the Muslim stands for so long. That is the tahajjud. All right, goes for prolonged ruku, that's the bowing, and goes for prolonged prostration. That is the sujud. All right, so let's take into consideration the sujud. All right, so you've gone into prostration for so long. All right, it's very good. I mean, that is when you are most close to your Creator, as the Muslims are told. Now, if you have taken a particular meal that is not so healthy for you, all right, a meal that is not so, let's say one you've eaten to your fill and you've gone for sujud, it's going to be very uncomfortable for you, very discomforting. All right, if taking a meal that is causing you to regurgitate, all right, it also causes you issues. So the meal is so spicy, all right, it's so oily and all of that, you might even feel discomforting, and you can even what do you call it, aspirate, and then it may come through your nose as well. So we encourage that in preparation for the night's worship, you try not to eat to your fill. Okay, you try to eat and leave some time for the food to digest before you engage in the act of prayers, of standing. I mean, you can do the other forms of ibadah, but before you prolong your ruku and sujood in the worship, make sure that you've given enough time for the food to have at least digested well before you engage. So don't just eat and then just go and start the prayer, because that may not be helpful to you, and it may cause you issues as well. And also do not overeat. Okay, it's just to sustain you. All right, don't eat to fill your tummy, because you need the energy. If you also overeat, you get so lazy and you get so sleepy, and you're also not able to focus and fully concentrate in the prayer, and you might be dozing here and there, and then you might find it's not so good for you. So, all right, so the overeating aspect is a problem in terms of you enjoying the worship, and also in terms of having health implications to you, because as you go for the prostration, you may have discomfort feeling in your chest, some heartburns. You may go on to aspirate, and then you might see the thing coming through your nose and all of that, which are also not encouraged. So avoid the spicy meals, which we've spoken about in our previous videos. You can check the videos of iftar and then suhoor if you missed it, and it might give you some more enlightening as well. All right. So now the next aspect I would like to tackle is still with regards to the worship. All right. So you see that we stand for longer hours. The Muslims try to complete the Holy Quran in this month of Ramadan. All right, and I mean, in more so even in the last 10 nights, because in this last 10 nights, there's a night that we mentioned Laylatul Qadr, where on which the Quran was sent down to mankind. Okay. Or was revealed. All right. So what happens is that because that's the night that the Quran descended, Muslims want to also give reverence to this last 10 nights, and this night in particular, by trying to complete the Holy Quran in this period. So you see that they stand for longer hours trying to read the Holy Quran. Now, we all know ourselves. It's always good to try and compete in doing good. All right, but it should be healthy competition in terms of doing good. All right, don't say that someone is causing is standing for a whole 2 hours worshiping, so you also want to go through the same thing. All right, yes, you can worship in so many forms. You can sit down whilst doing your recitation. Maybe you're having a back pain, all right, a very chronic lower back pain, and also which is worsened by posture. All right, and standing for so long also causes you some severe back pain, and you still want to stand for long hours just because you want to complete the Holy Quran or complete your ibadah your worship while standing. I mean, yes, you can sit down and then do that. All right, you can have a chair beside you, sit down, or you stand for a while. When you feel like you're getting tired, you sit. So you can alternate between these two, so as not to worsen the back pain that you are having. All right, if you also have issues standing for some reason or the other, you can sit. So the advice is that do not overindulge, okay, in a way that it becomes detrimental to your health. All right, do what is within the limits, as is also as we are also guided by Islamic principles as well. All right. So that's what I would say about the health aspects, and then going for the ibadah. All right. If you know that the going for even the sujood, some people, you might be having some migraine, not so severe or thereafter. Maybe going for even in the prostration position may worsen it. So you could just do as is tolerable, or you could still sit down and then do your ibadah. So just try not to make it something that would cause you issues. The last aspect I'll talk about with regards to the night prayer is that because you are depriving yourself of sleep during the night, it also could compound the stress that you're already going through in the month of Ramadan. So just try to make up for the sleep. Maybe you may not be able to get these. Yes, we want you to push yourselves a little bit extra, as our ulama have told us, to get the rewards, and trying to seek this month and get this ninth and in the last 10 nights and give it its credence. All right, but we advise that you also do not overindulge, in the sense that you do not make up during the day in terms of sleep. So as you stayed awake during the whole of the night seeking this night we call Laylatul Qadr, try to also get some time during the day to balance by getting some sleep. All right. So if you're a worker and then you think it to be a problem for you, if possible, take some time off work, so that you can have this. If not, when you come home early, reduce the unnecessary interaction, so that you can have enough rest. All right, so that you can make up for the hours that you stay up during the night, so that you can limit the stress. You can also go back and check up on our video on Ramadan and stress. I hope you found this quite insightful and quite helpful, and you can now plan your ibadah and your worship during these last 10 nights. When you say a prayer for me, okay? And I wish you all the very best, and then do well to continue doing what you are doing. Always make health a priority, and till we meet again, it's bye-bye.